Hi children, it's Mr. Hamdy here in case you've forgotten or don't know who I am, and today I'm going to read Jemmy Button, which is an amazing book about this curious little boy, but it's also got a lot of history behind it, and it's read by Jennifer Umman and Valerio Vidali. Apologies to him if he's watching this and I've not pronounced his name properly, and it's about the boy that Darwin returned home. Once, long ago, on a faraway island, there was a boy. Some nights, he climbed to the tallest branch of the tallest tree to look at the stars. He listened to the lap of the waves and imagined what it would be like to live in the world on the other side of the ocean. One day, a boat came with visitors. They invited the boy to visit their land, far away across the sea. Come away with us and taste our language, see the lights of our civilized world. One of the visitors opened his hand to reveal a button made from the ocean's most magnificent pearl. They gave it to the boy's family. "We will call you Jemmy Button," the visitor said, and even the wind seemed to whisper, "Jemmy Button, Jemmy Button." Jemmy Button said farewell to the island, to its trees and their boughs, and to its night sky filled with stars. The voyage was long on the dark and choppy sea. Once they arrived, Jemmy Button was surprised to find that their visitors' homes were made mostly of rocks, some stacked in towers taller than the tallest tree in the forest. And there were so many people. Quick challenge, see if you guys can pause and find where Jemmy Button is. The colours and the noises and costumes made Jemmy Button feel very small indeed. He too yearned to own a cap and drape himself in rich fabrics. Soon, he looked almost like them. Almost, but not quite. They took him to places where there were lights brighter than the sun, and where there was music as sweet as the sound of an ocean. There was a king and queen more decorated than the wildest orchid. Soon, Jemmy Button felt almost at home. Almost, but not quite. Sometimes he missed the island. He missed the trees and their boughs and the stars in the night sky. He knew he must return home. The visitors agreed he should go back and teach his people what he had learned. All of the friends that Jemmy Button had made came to see him off. "Goodbye, Jemmy Button," they called out. Look at how many friends he's made. The voyage was long on the dark and choppy sea. The island had remained the same, as had the forest and the sky and the ocean. The boy showed his family his new possessions, his shiny new black shoes, top hat and smart suit. Then Jemmy Button climbed to the tallest branch of the tallest tree and listened to the lap of the waves. He smelled the wind and heard the hush of the breeze through the branches. He gazed across the water, remembering the world on the other side of the ocean, and softly whispered, "Good night." So this is actually based on a true story, and I'm going to read a little bit of a blurb to you to explain why the author wrote this. So it says here, in the early 1800s, Captain Robert Fitzroy set sail on the HMS Beagle from England to the island of Tierra del Fuego at the tip of South America. The captain carefully watched the native people of these lands and thought they were savages. He believed it was possible to transform the most wild man into an English gentleman, and so he brought a boy named Orundellico back to England to educate the child in the ways of Christianity and the Victorian upper-class manners. Fitzroy gave the boy's family a mother of pearl button in exchange, and this gave rise to Orundellico's new name, Jemmy Button. While in England, Jemmy had the most exciting experiences and even attracted the attention of King William IV and Queen Adelaide. In 1832, Captain Fitzroy returned Jemmy Button to Tierra del Fuego with the hope he would spread civilization among the natives. Charles Darwin joined them on the return voyage to study Jemmy in his original habitat. As the ship came to shore, Jemmy realized he was home and immediately shed his clothes. With great effort, he relearned his native language, and at that point he understood where he had been and knew where he had belonged. This book is inspired by the story of Jemmy Button.